I was in this environment and I felt this urge that I signed up to without knowing that it was an option and not reality.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Um, so, okay, maybe we don't have to settle the part of was it innate or not, because I think that's an interesting sort of diversion we can take, because school kind of shapes you into this thing of achieve, do well at the test so that
Yeah.
you can do well at
Do
the
all of
next
them.
test,
Yeah.
so you can do well at the exam, so you can get to the next grade,
Yeah.
so you can get the next, that that is school does that. And I
Mm-hmm.
went to the kind of school,
Mm-hmm.
as most people have, that perpetuates that. And my misfortune was that I generally did well at school. Hey, thanks for watching this clip. To see the full conversation, please click the link in the description. That's a big misfortune, because then you identify with the system that you're doing well in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's good because you got a sense of belonging, but at some point or other, it's going to fail to fulfill some need.
Some need. Yeah.
And then you're kind of left twisting in the wind. Whereas, and I don't know this experience, but I imagine if you already know that you're not part of the system, you don't fit into the system, you're already on the lookout. Yes, it's difficult, but you're better positioned for later in life. Where I am now, I would almost call a midlife crisis, even though I don't have the money for a motorcycle. I'd almost call that, it's like a pause and wait what's going on kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. But that said, school, one way or the other, um, with all its attendant issues, where the propaganda, the teaching, the molding can skew you in such a way that you believe the hype, and you just believe something where your mind, you're just on autopilot. You are just responding to things and achieve, 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 and you don't get the opportunity to ask, hey, for what, why, ask all these questions. Irrespective of that, perhaps it's good if people can, at some point in time, come to the realization, hey, wait a minute, why am I doing all of this? Like, who am I trying to satisfy here? And then pause. That tendency where you defined a goal, you identified a goal and decided you were going to hit it, which in school was doing well in your exams, can set you up for meeting other goals in life, which you define, which you decide on consciously, where it is no longer, oh, do this because it's going to give you some happiness. Do this because it's going to make you the alpha man, or the desired man, those kinds of things.
Exactly, yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is, school may over condition us to just kind of respond to things impulsively, where we are not fully conscious and doing things with mindfulness. Yeah, if that is a good way to frame it. But it gives us a skill. It builds something in us which we can use whenever our mind wake up. Like, hey, wait, maybe we're in the matrix, and then we switch up, we turn up.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. The only complexity is that part of the conditioning is that you must get your define your goals, your meaning even. It has to be defined externally, and has to be in service of something external, which is only part of the truth. I think I don't think it makes sense to say I will define everything, because who is I? First of all, like, where are you that the outside doesn't matter? You came from the outside, you know what I mean? And you'll go back to the outside.
Outside, okay.
And everything around you is from the out. Like, it doesn't, no one is an island in that sense. So yes, you have to take the outside into account, but the system kind of hands down to you what it should have, what you should do and not do, and that's what's conditioned, right? I think a more helpful way of approaching things is like a collaborative means to come to that decision
Okay.
between you and the system,
The
you
system.
and the world. You in the world, you being in the world, understand what the world needs from you and what you need from it. And you say, this I can give you, this I can't. This I need. And even though you don't have it, I'll have to find it somehow. Do you know what I mean? And you define your goals from that participatory engagement with the world. Conscious, not handed down from
No
the world,
handed
and
down.
not you dictating it to the world, because neither makes sense.
But do you think this is the case because the system has identified what it thinks would work for it, and it just decides, you know what, single-mindedness of purpose. Let me just hand what people should do to them, rather than doing this collaborative thing.
Well, I mean, it depends how conspiratorial you want to be, right? But it is a fact that the current education system in Western democracies, which, like I said last time, or we'll say next time, we'll decide on that later. Um, the education system in current Western democracies, which we are clients of or subjects of in Africa, is derived from a Prussian model. This is the old name for Germany, I think. Yeah. They explicitly, in the Industrial Revolution, they wanted to produce a population that would fit into the factory, a population that would be able to do the tasks allocated to them and complete them, with defined markers of
Yeah, yeah,
achievement, a population that wouldn't question too much what's going on or deviate from what they've been told.
yeah.
So that was part of the consideration for designing the Prussian system. The Prussian system later influenced the Western model,
Yeah.
the American model, and even the UK model to some extent, and filtered down through colonialism to Africa.
Okay.
So at least partially, our schooling system has its roots in a system that was designed to produce, if you want to be unkind, unthinking, unquestioning, compliant workers who you could plug into factories.
Which is true, right? I mean, for the most part, that is how we're trained. Train, don't think too much, just get a degree in a certain area and then get a job. Somebody will come and hire you. And then they decide how much they want to pay you,
They decide
whether
on
you're
what to
satisfied
do.
or not. Yes. They decide on what you want to do. And once you start doing that, you can tie your identity to that. Oh, I'm an engineer. Oh, I am this. Oh, I'm a doctor. I am that. And for most people, and even for me, you didn't really I didn't get the chance to ask, okay, what exactly does it even mean to be this or that? Why do I have to necessarily choose one particular field? Like, who am I serving? What, okay, yes, I get a degree and then I get a job and then I do all of this, and then what? Is that all there is to this whole existence thing? But yes, and then even now with the seeming shift to training people to start their own organization, the entrepreneurship mindset. Don't you think schools are still training people to still get into some kind of factory? I don't know. I'm thinking because obviously those days.
If you made it this far, maybe you want to see the rest of the conversation. Please click the link in the description and you'll be taken to the full video.